Student, welcome in this lecture. We will move toward the next part that is new to you, and it is inserted or it is given in your syllabus. Uh, that is the mutation and genetic code. Okay, mutation and genetic code. Mutation and genetic code. So, what is the mutation? The mutation means it is the sudden heritable change. Okay, mutation means it is sudden heritable change. It is called as a mutation. Okay, so what is the heritable change? In the sense, there is a change in the nucleotide. Okay, nucleotide sequence. It is called as a mutation, and because of mutation, what happens, student? When there is a change in nucleotide sequence, and you know that you are aware with the protein synthesis, that means what type of the nucleotide sequence present over the structural gene or the gene which are present over the DNA, that DNA, it is responsible for synthesis of that type of protein. Okay, that means DNA, we have seen there, the DNA, they indirectly control over the protein synthesis, and you know that the protein, it acts as enzyme. Okay, they take part in the organization of the body, or we have to say the body organization, and the protein, they act as hormones. So, whatever the activity shown by that organism, or whatever the expressions shown by the organism, it is because of that type of protein they have. Okay. So, remember, whatever the organism shows the character, for that character, who is responsible? The protein is responsible. So, remember, student, when there is a mutation, or when there is a sudden heritable change, or the change in the nucleotide sequence of that DNA, then automatically what happen, that organism, they shows the expression, new expression as compared to their previous expressions. So, because of this, what happened, or what is the result of this mutation? The mutation, they induce the change in the genotype and phenotype of that organism. So, they induce the change, okay, change in genotype and phenotype, okay, phenotype of the organism. So, what is the genotype and phenotype? Genotype means the genetic makeup of that organism. It is called as a genotype. So, when there is a change in nucleotide sequence, automatically the genotype or the genetic makeup of that organism will be changed. Okay, and when the genetic makeup of that organism will be changed, then automatically that organism, they shows the rather different type of the phenotypic expression than before. So, when there is a mutation, they induce the genotypic change as well as the phenotypic change. So, such a type of the mutation, you know that when there is a mutation, okay, when there is a mutation, this mutation, it is favorable for the nature. Okay, it is favorable for the nature, or it is favorable for the change in environmental condition, in the sense that mutation, it acts as, we have to say in our own words, the mutation, it acts as a raw material for the evolution. So, that mutation, it acts as a raw material, okay, material for what purpose? For the evolution. ओके, ज्यावेळेस आपण त्याला उत्क्रांती म्हणतो, त्या उत्क्रांतीसाठी जी काही आवश्यक असतं ते म्हणजेच म्युटेशन. ते म्हणजेच म्युटेशन. म्हणजे म्युटेशन मुळे आपल्याला सजीवामध्ये इव्होल्युशन किंवा उत्क्रांती झालेली पाहायला मिळते. सो यू हॅव टू रिमेंबर. अँड वन मोर थिंग यू ऑब्झर्व ऑन द लँड सरफेस. Everywhere they know two organisms are exactly similar with each other, means they show the variation among themselves or to that variation we call the diversification in organism. त्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला जैव वैविध्यता असं म्हणतो. ही जी जैव वैविध्यता आहे पृथ्वीवरती जे काही सजीव आहेत आणि त्या सजीवामध्ये आपल्याला वेगवेगळेपणा दिसतो, आपण त्याला डायव्हर्सिटी म्हणतो किंवा डायव्हर्सिफिकेशन म्हणतो. ते कशामुळे दिसतं तर बिकॉज ऑफ the evolution, because of the evolution, and the evolution it is seen because of the mutation. And you know that the mutation means there is a sudden change in the nucleotide sequence. To that nucleotide sequence or to that change we call it is a heritable change. Okay, so student, I will give you the one example. What is mean by actual the mutation? You know that this is the DNA segment. Okay, this is the DNA segment, and that DNA segment they are having these nucleotide pairs. Okay, they are having this nucleotide pairs. You know that. Suppose this is a 5' end, this is a 3' end. The all what is its complementary ends? This is a 5' end, and this is the 3' end. So what is the mutation? No doubt there is a change in nucleotide sequence. It is called as a mutation. Okay, that mutation, how it is takes place, those part we will see later. But here I will give you the one example when there is a change in the single nucleotide pair. Suppose this is the one nucleotide pair, and when there is a change in this single nucleotide pair, okay, when there is a change in this the single nucleotide pair, that is also mutation. म्हणजे ह्या DNA मधला एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड पेअर जरी बदलला तरी आपण त्याला म्युटेशन असं म्हणतो. आणि त्या म्युटेशनचं एक सुंदर एक्झाम्पल आहे की त्या एक्झाम्पल आपण त्याला सिकल सेल अनेमिया. Okay, sickle cell anemia. This is the best example of the mutation. Means in which we observed there is a change in single nucleotide pair. आणि ज्यावेळेस आपण त्याला चेंज इन सिंगल न्यूक्लियोटाइड पेअर असं म्हणतो त्यावेळेस त्याला आपण पॉइंट म्युटेशन ही म्हणतो. सो द पॉइंट म्युटेशनचं सिकल सेल अनेमिया हे एक सुंदर एक्झाम्पल आहे. सो व्हॉट हॅपन इन दिस the sickle cell anemia, or what is that the point mutation? I want to elaborate this in brief. What is meant by the point mutation, or how it is seen in the sickle cell anemia? You know that sickle cell anemia, it is the syndrome that individual, when they are suffering from this sickle cell anemia, they are having the defective hemoglobin. So that individual they unable to take the oxygen normally. So that syndrome means it is the sickle cell anemia. Okay, so that sickle cell anemia, how it is seen? Okay, how it is seen? It is due to change in the single nucleotide pair from the gene. That gene, it is responsible for the synthesis of beta globin chain. Synthesis of the beta globin chain. Okay, synthesis of the beta globin chain. So you have to remember this. There is a change in the single nucleotide pair from the gene. That gene responsible for the synthesis of beta globin chain, and that beta globin chain it is the protein. Okay, it is the protein, and that protein, what is the function of that beta globin protein? This beta globin protein, it is responsible for the synthesis of normal hemoglobin. नॉर्मल हिमोग्लोबिन. म्हणजे हे बीटा ग्लोबिन चेन हे जे प्रोटीन आहे हे प्रोटीन काय तयार करतं तर नॉर्मल हिमोग्लोबिन तयार करतं. पण ज्यावेळेस हे प्रोटीन तयार करणाऱ्या जीनमध्ये, ओके, हे प्रोटीन तयार करणाऱ्या जीनमध्ये हा जो जीन आहे या जीनमधला एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड सिक्वेन्स मध्ये फक्त चेंज होतो. त्याच्यामुळं हे बीटा ग्लोबिन चेंज आहे किंवा हे जे बीटा ग्लोबिन प्रोटीन आहे ह्या प्रोटीनमध्ये एक अमिनो ॲसिड चेंज होतं. सो ड्यू टू द चेंज इन सिंगल न्यूक्लियोटाइड पेअर from the gene, that gene is responsible for the synthesis of normal beta globin protein. Okay, normal beta globin protein. Because of that change, the amino acid residue, it is changed. That means the glutamate amino acid, it is changed to, okay, glutamate amino acid, it is changed to valine amino acid. Okay, normally in the beta globin chain at the 6th position the glutamate amino acid is there. Okay, glutamate amino acid is there, and instead of that glutamate amino acid, due to the change in the nucleotide sequence from the 6th codon, the valine amino acid is inserted, and that the gene they become defective and they cause the sickle cell anemia. We have to see student, the example of the point mutation, that is the sickle cell anemia. In the normal gene which is responsible for the synthesis of the normal hemoglobin, that is the HbA gene. Okay, HbA gene, you know that that gene, it is formed from the 7 codon sequence. So from that normal gene we have taken for our convenience the codon number 6. Okay, codon number 6. Okay, then that codon, it is ZAG, and what is the complementary on the complementary strand, it is GCAT. Okay, then mRNA, it is formed from this strand, that is the CGTA and CG. So this is the mRNA from this normal gene of that the DNA. So this is the mRNA which shows the 6th codon. So as usual, this is the 6th codon on mRNA, and that 6th codon they insert the normal amino acid residue in the the beta globin chain, that is the glutamate. Okay, that is the glutamate. So this is the normal process, and what is formed, there will be a formation of beta globin chain. Okay, this is the beta globin chain, and this beta globin chain, it is a protein just we have seen before, and it is responsible for formation of normal hemoglobin. Okay, but what happened because of the point mutation, means there is a change in the single nucleotide pair. See, this in case of the sickle cell anemia, that gene, it is called as sickle cell gene. See that position, this is the 6th codon. So this is also a 6th codon, but here the GAG, okay, and CTC, from this this middle nucleotide pair, it is changed, and it is changed to TA. बाकीचे तसेच आहेत, GCC हे तसेच आहेत, फक्त हा मधला कोडॉन चेंज झाला. बरोबर आहे, त्यालाच आपण पॉइंट म्युटेशन म्हणतो. फक्त हा चेंज झालेला तुम्हाला दिसतो, याच्यापेक्षा हा नॉर्मल आहे आणि हा तिथं चेंज झाला, एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड सिक्वेन्स तिथं चेंज झाला. बरोबर आहे. तर त्याच्यामुळं जो mRNA फॉर्म झाला, तो mRNA वरती जो 6 कोडॉन येईल, 6 नंबरचा जो कोडॉन येईल mRNA वरती, जो 6 नंबरचा कोडॉन येईल, तो काय येईल, GUG असा कोडॉन येईल. म्हणजे तो कोडॉन बदलला. आणि तुम्हाला माहिती आहे प्रोटीन सिंथेसिसमध्ये जर कोडॉन तिथं बदलला तर त्याला असलेलं स्पेसिफिक अमिनो ॲसिड तिथे अट्रॅक्ट होतं. बरोबर आहे, किंवा तिथे अमिनो ॲसिड tRNA कॉम्प्लेक्सकडून तिथं आणलं जातं. म्हणजे इथे ग्लुटामेटच्या ऐवजी ह्या GUG कोडॉन हा 6 नंबरला फॉर्म झाल्यामुळं तिथे कोणतं अमिनो ॲसिड हे इन्सर्ट होईल, तर ते इन्सर्ट होतं व्हॅलिन, म्हणजे ग्लुटामेटच्या ऐवजी व्हॅलिन इन्सर्ट होतं. आणि व्हॅलिन इन्सर्ट झाल्यामुळं ते जे बीटा ग्लोबिन चेन आहे किंवा जी पॉलीपेप्टाईड चेन आहे किंवा जे प्रोटीन आहे ते नॉर्मल प्रोटीन न राहता ते प्रोटीन बनतं की HbS पेप्टाईड. काय म्हणतो आपण त्याला? HbS पेप्टाईड, किंवा आपण त्याला न्यू प्रोटीन म्हणतो किंवा म्युटेटेड प्रोटीन असं म्हणतो. अँड दॅट इट इज कॉल्ड एज HbS प्रोटीन. And that HbS protein, they unable to form the normal hemoglobin in the cell, okay, and because of that, that RBCs, they shows the curvature, and whatever the curvature they show the sickle shaped curvature, and because of that, we call it is the sickle cell anemia. Okay, it is the sickle cell anemia because such a defective hemoglobin, they unable to intake oxygen, or they unable to uptake the oxygen, and because of that, that RBCs, they show the curvature and they get elongated just like the sickle. म्हणजे मराठीमध्ये आपण त्याला विळा म्हणतो किंवा विळी म्हणतो. आणि म्हणून त्या इंडिव्हिज्युअल मध्ये आपण सिकल सेल अनिमिया आहे असं तिथे डिटेक्ट करतो. आणि तसा इंडिव्हिज्युअल हा नॉर्मली हा ऑक्सिजन हा कॅरी करत नाही. जर तो डॉमिनंट जीन असेल, म्हणजे HbS होमोझायगस स्टेटमध्ये असेल, तर त्याच्या जन्माबरोबर तो इंडिव्हिज्युअल तिथे मरून जातो. आणि तो जर हेट्रोझायगस स्टेटमध्ये असेल, म्हणजे HbA आणि HbS या स्टेटमध्ये असेल, तर तो कॅरियर म्हणून इंडिव्हिज्युअल तिथे राहतो. तर बाकीच्या जो भाग आहे तो आपण सिकल सेल अनिमियाचा तुम्ही तो शिकलेला असाल किंवा तो इथे त्याचा काही इथे संबंध नाही आहे. पण हे दिस इज द वेल नोन एक्झाम्पल वेन देर इज अ पॉईंट म्युटेशन, अँड बिकॉज ऑफ दॅट पॉईंट म्युटेशन हाऊ द न्यू amino acid residue, it is inserted in the protein, and because of that there is a cause of this sickle cell anemia. This is the a well known example of the point mutation. It is included in your syllabus. Okay, then we will see what happened when we say the mutation. Okay, when we say the mutation means the insertion or the removal of the particular nucleotide from that DNA segment. Okay, from that DNA segments means there is a insertion, means the addition of the new nucleotide inside the DNA segments, or when there is a deletion, means the removal of the nucleotide from that DNA segment, it is called as a deletion. But what happens when the insertion of one segment, okay, when the insertion of one segment, whatever the change it is seen there, the right from insertion, the reading frame pattern, it is changed. Okay, or when there is a the deletion or the removal of the nucleotide from that segment, there is also a reading of the frame pattern. It is changed from the deletion or from the point of deletion. So how it is seen? Now we will see. So let's see what type of the change seen right from the insertion or right from the deletion. So say student, in this when there is an insertion of the single nucleotide, what happen? Suppose this is the nucleotide sequence. Okay, this is the nucleotide sequence, and when we insert this single nucleotide, okay, between the first two codon, means here suppose when we insert the single nucleotide, then how they change the reading frame pattern from the point of insertion. Okay, see, when we insert this, the first codon it is as it is, that is ATG. It is followed by the change in the reading pattern because of the insertion of single nucleotide, because inserted thymine. Okay, so this is thymine, it is followed by G and C. So TGC, this is the new frame pattern is developed, in the sense the new codon it is developed and it is followed by the development of another new codon. So always remember, when there is an insertion of the single nucleotide, there is a change in the reading frame pattern from the point of insertion. It is seen. Then what happens when we remove the nucleotide from that the nucleotide sequence? See, this is the normal the nucleotide sequence present there, and from that nucleotide sequence, when we delete the guanine, means when we delete this guanine base, then what happen? How that the frame reading frame pattern it is changed right from the deletion. See, the first codon it is as it is, that is ATG. It is followed by the deleted, due to deleted guanine base, the next three successive nucleotide they form the new codon, in the sense the frame is changed. Okay, in the sense frame is changed, means C, G and this C. So C, G, C and remaining C and T. That means इथे ज्यावेळेस आपण एक न्यूक्लियोटाइड तिथे काय होतो इन्सर्ट करतो किंवा न्यूक्लियोटाइड तिथून काढून टाकतो, ज्या पॉइंट पासून इन्सर्ट करतो किंवा काढून टाकतो तिथून तो जो फ्रेम पॅटर्न आहे तो फ्रेम पॅटर्न चेंज होतो, हे लक्षात घ्या. आणि ऑटोमॅटिकली पुढे जाऊन हा पॉलिपेप्टाइड चेनमध्ये अमिनो ॲसिड रेसिड्यू देखील तिथे चेंज होतो, हे इथं लक्षात घ्या. सो दिस इज what happened at the time of the mutation. म्युटेशनमध्ये दोन्ही गोष्टी येतात, एक तर त्याच्यामध्ये इन्सर्शन होऊ शकतं किंवा त्याच्यामध्ये डिलिशन होऊ शकतं. पण इथे आपण एक एक नायट्रोजन बेस किंवा जो न्यूक्लियोटाइड आहे तो काढला किंवा त्याच्यामध्ये ॲड केला तर काय होतं हे आपण इथे बघितलं. पण इथे थर्ड केसमध्ये ज्यावेळेस आपण 3 बेसेस म्हणजे एंटायर कोडॉन रिमूव्ह केला किंवा ॲड केला तर त्या फ्रेमवरती काय परिणाम होतो का, म्हणजे रीडिंग फ्रेम पॅटर्न जो आहे तो लक्षात घ्या. ज्यावेळेस आपण 3 बेसेस किंवा एक कोडॉन ज्यावेळेस तिथं रिमूव्ह करतो किंवा तिथे ॲड करतो, तिथून पुढे फ्रेम पॅटर्न चेंज होत नाही, हे लक्षात घ्या. फ्रेम पॅटर्न तिथे चेंज होत नाही, फक्त चेंज काय होतं तर त्या न्यूक्लियोटाइड सिक्वेन्सपासून पुढे जाऊन थ्रू प्रोटीन सिंथेसिस जे पॉलिपेप्टाइड फॉर्म होणार असतं त्याच्यामधला अमिनो ॲसिडचा रेसिड्यू हा तिथे बदलतो, हे लक्षात घ्या. इथे एक एक्झाम्पल दिलेलं आहे की हाच जर आपण न्यूक्लियोटाइड सिक्वेन्स घेतला आणि याच्यामध्ये आपण न्यू 3 बेसेस इन्सर्ट केले, ओके, ACG या सेकंड पोझिशनला जर इन्सर्ट केले तर फ्रेम पॅटर्न हा तोच राहतो, म्हणजे ATG हा पहिला कोडॉन, त्याच्यानंतर न्यूली ॲडेड ACG कोडॉन दिसतो आणि नंतरचा पुढचा तसाच फ्रेम पॅटर्न दिसतो GCG आणि तिथून पुढचा कोडॉन हे तुम्हाला तसेच दिसतात. सो यू हॅव टू रिमेंबर. देन द नेक्स्ट ज्यावेळेस आपण डिलीट करतो, बरोबर, 3 बेसेस डिलीट करतो त्यावेळेस काय होतं आहे की हा जो बेस आहे याच्यामधला आपण हे 3 डिलीट केले, बरोबर, हे जर डिलीट केले तर काय होतं आहे फ्रेम तीच राहते, म्हणजे ATG हे तसंच इथं राहील आणि त्याच्यानंतरचा कोडॉन CCT हा तसाच येईल. फक्त याच्यामध्ये चेंज काय होतो की फ्रेम रिमेन्स अनअल्टर्ड, फ्रेम तशीच राहील, पण सगळ्यात मोठा इथं चेंज पाहायला मिळतो तो म्हणजे देर इज अ चेंज इन द अमिनो ॲसिड इन पॉलिपेप्टाइड चेन. सो दिस इज happen because of the mutation in the genetic code. Okay, so you have to remember these. Then the next part we will discuss here, that is the tRNA, how they acts as an adapter molecule, or why that tRNA it is called as an adapter molecule. See, that is how the tRNA it acts as an adapter molecule. But before that, what is meant by adapter? Adapter म्हणजे आपण दोन गोष्टीला जोडणारा त्याला आपण अडॅप्टर असं म्हणतो, बरोबर. की इलेक्ट्रिक डिव्हाइसमध्ये तुम्ही बघितलेलं असेल की अडॅप्टर मिळतो, त्या अडॅप्टर म्हणजे दोन गोष्टीला जोडणारा त्याला आपण अडॅप्टर असं म्हणतो. मग हा जो tRNA आहे हा TRNA हे अडॅप्टरचं कसं काम करतो ते इथं महत्त्वाचं आहे. लक्षात घ्या की फ्रान्सिस क्रिक they mention there the tRNA they acts as an adapter molecule. How the tRNA acts as an adapter molecule? Because you know that in this cell the 20 different types of amino acids are there, and that amino acid they are not having a such type of the device to recognize the codon present over the mRNA. So that amino acid they have to attach to the CCA end of this tRNA. Okay, CCA end of this tRNA, because that CCA end they are having the exposed OH group, and this OH group it is the functional group. So the amino acid they can easily attach to the 3' end of this tRNA. So the tRNA they are specific to the specific amino acid. So we have seen that. Okay, so in the cell how much number of the tRNAs are there? The tRNA they are the 40 different types. Okay, tRNA they are the 40 different types. So that 40 different types of tRNA they are specific for the 20 different types of the amino acids. So you have to remember. So on one side the tRNA they are attached to amino acid, or we have to say the amino acid they are attached to the CC end of the tRNA. Then on the other side that tRNA they connect the another molecule, in the sense they connect the codon of mRNA, because they recognize the codon of mRNA with the help of the anticodon. This anticodon of the tRNA they are complementary to the codon of mRNA. So because of this tRNA they can easily transfer the activated amino acid toward the actual site of protein synthesis. इथे तुमच्या लक्षात येत असेल की हा tRNA दोन गोष्टीला कनेक्ट करतो. तुम्ही प्रोटीन सिंथेसिसमध्ये बघितलेलं असेल की एका बाजूला तो CC एंडला अमिनो ॲसिड अटॅच करतो आणि दुसऱ्या बाजूला अँटीकोडॉनने तो mRNA वरचा कोडॉन रेकग्नाइज करतो. म्हणून या tRNAला काय म्हटलेलं आहे? ॲडॅप्टर मॉलिक्यूल असं म्हटलेलं आहे. हे इथं लक्षात ठेवा. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ the clover leaf model of tRNA. You are aware with this structure because you have seen that structure in chapter biomolecule. So you are aware with that. Only remember why it is an adapter molecule, because at the CCA end they connect the activated amino acid, and at the same time with the help of anticodon they recognize the codon present over the mRNA. So you have to remember this. You know that during the beginning of protein synthesis, the tRNA they carry the first amino acids toward the first codon, means toward the first codon, that is AUG. So they carry the methionine toward the AUG. So always remember the tRNA it is specific for the amino acid methionine, but that tRNA, remember, they never recognize the 3 codon. And what are those? That codons are nonsense codon. So among the 64, the 3 codons are there. That codons are nonsense codon, and that codon they are not recognized with the help of this tRNA, or the tRNA they are unable to recognize, or they are not for that the nonsense codons. Okay, but actually this tRNA how it is look like? That tRNA it is inverted L shaped, म्हणजे जो L आपण कॅपिटल मध्ये काढतो तो असा दिसतो, पण तो उलटा केल्यानंतर तो असा दिसेल, तसाच हा tRNA असतो. हे लक्षात घ्या. that tRNA it is externally look like the inverted L shape. So student, here we have completed this the mutation and genetic code, and along with that just we make clear what is meant by the role of tRNA there, and how that tRNA they acts as a adapter molecule. So with this student we will stop at this moment.